Do I have a new favorite toy line? Well, we're going to have to find out. So, it is 8:02. Do you know where your toys are? Hey, what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Yimbo. Welcome back to my channel, and this is my Sunday night podcast where we talk about life and toys. And it was a great weekend. I'm gonna lean heavily into the life aspect, if you guys indulge me, just to talk about my weekend a little bit. Um, for all of us, last week was it was a very challenging and emotional week, and sometimes, especially when we spend as people so much time on the internet, it's good to get outside, remind yourself of that our little devices aren't the only aspect of life. And to use, the lingo of the kids these days, go touch some grass. And that's what we did. It was really nice. It was really nice. My kids are playing soccer now. So that's like Saturday morning. They had two games. They have home and away jerseys. It's really cool. It's also a trip, another just aspect of this thing called life, like watching. Like, we had to split it up. So this particular Saturday, we had to split up our parenting responsibilities. So that was tough because, like, my wife got to cheer on my daughter. So then when I brought my son to his game, she was there to kind of catch his stuff before they took off. So I missed seeing my daughter play, which is a bummer because she apparently had she was just having a blast and was giving it her all. And then for me, seeing my son play, it's just very interesting. It's a very interesting thing being a parent and seeing aspects of yourself and your personality within your kids and your wife's, and then of course family and everything else. It's we're a mosaic of our relatives. So, like, my son and my daughter has my competitive, like, just drive, which I don't typically show here, but in competitive moments, being on a baseball field when I was coaching basketball, like, yeah, I have a drive. Like, it's not gonna be win above everything in the world, but I want to make sure it always comes back to not necessarily being the best yourself, but your best effort. And yeah, now, like, getting to see my son, and it's like trying to infuse aspects. I don't know. It's just he's not quite as, like, I want to get this ball in there. Like, there's some other stuff going on over there. You know, it's amazing. It's amazing. Like, I hope again. I don't plan. These streams are going to be for if my kids ever do want to go back and see their dad. I don't plan on them going back and seeing every last little thing I ever said about them, but it's just fun. So to my kids, I love you, and this is like the coolest thing ever. It's the coolest little journey that you guys have put me on. So that was Saturday, like cheering on my kid and trying to figure out now how to, like, best address things with my son, in terms of his athletic, I don't know, just how he sees. Again, I'm at a loss. I'm at a loss because he's just also like, if it's not going to be his jam, that's cool too. But he does like it. He was having so much fun, and I know that he's going to be great. Anywho, I'm rambling. See, look at that. Hi, everybody. But that was Saturday. That was Saturday. So I don't want to ramble on too far without saying hi to you guys. And first of all, Prescribed Drone, thank you so much for, like, the comments on the MCView videos. I have to get back to your last one, but, like, genuinely, that is, like, of course, as a YouTuber, you hope, like, some videos get some traction and we'll get some views or whatever. But, like, the reason I've been able to continue doing stuff, because it's because I'm making these videos, hopefully, that you guys here are enjoying. And that's what I care about. Like, that's why I really do appreciate insightful comments. So, Prescriber, thank you, man, because that's what I love. And it's just a matter of, finding that time to squirrel away real quick to get back to you. So that will happen. But just wanted to thank you, because that really, like, it means a lot. Anybody that comments on stuff, like, it means a lot. So, but especially like hearing your thoughts and just like the discourse that we're having about it is awesome. So thank you, man. So getting to comments real quick. I'm going to watch this tonight. I'm loving this line as well, but I don't need all the characters, but considering how good these are, it's still tempting. And this is our main event right here. These guys, there we go. I can't wait. We're going to talk Street Fighter stuff tonight. This is the moment that I've been waiting for. I'm now a few Game Reverse packages away from being able to really bring my vision to life. Prescribed just also say my girl might be back around 8, so I'll probably be after 11 to 12, but still looking forward to it. Thank you, man. Again, I appreciate your for you and for anyone here. This is why I call it like optional class attendance, just because I'm a teacher's little goofy joke. But for real, I just appreciate any time that we get to spend hanging out, talking about toys, things we enjoy, all that good stuff. Josh Brown of Josh Brown's Customs, former citizen of the month of Yambonia. Amazing dude. Can't wait to see at Legion's Con. Oh boy, if that's the term, is Storm Rider the term that we're gonna go for, then yeah, I'm in trouble. We got Rel Collects. What's going on, Rel? How you doing? Thanks for being here, man. And thank you for, again, letting people know this show is going on this evening. We got Ray Paz, the ringleader in the house. How you doing, Ray? Oh, we got Jamelin Parks, lingo of the kids. Is that old expression? I guess I don't know. I do my best to stay on top of things. How you doing, Jamie? We have Jukebox Hero, top 10 TPC from last week, and I haven't been doing as good of my monthly reminders, but folks, go to your local libraries, use them. Give them that foot traffic, and also utilize the amazing stuff that they have. Again, libraries are quite possibly the last, like, third place. I don't know if you've ever heard that expression before, but it's how in our society we're losing that third place that people have gone to normally congregate and socialize, whether it be a library, for instance, could be, like the local bar, but just that third place, coffee shop, etc. Blah 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 blah. So utilize your. Could you try again? Thanks, Siri. That was a butt, Siri. So utilize your libraries, and I just stopped by. Again, in our system, we have they can pull things that you want from any of the local libraries, so it might take a little bit longer. I waited a couple of weeks rather than buying this first. I wanted to read it through. I'll still buy it anyway, I'm sure, but I wanted to read through it. This is Ultimate Spider-Man, and I know Machu will tease me, but I mean, again, guys, like a 40-year-old powerless dad, bearded Peter Parker, who then gets spider powers, from what I understand. I am super pumped. So yeah, I'm into it. Use your libraries. Love you, Jukebox. We have Figuratively Speaking. That's Toy Mirth. And just so you guys know, I want to shout him out because he just put up a video. It's a behind the scenes. I only got to watch the first little chunk of it. It's only 3 minutes long. It's a behind the scenes of his recent dinosaur stuff. So go check out Figuratively Speaking. Toy Mirth is doing great work over there. We have RMD Collect. That's amazing. And yes, to recap this week, it was 11. Each week is going to get long. That's what I'm realizing now, and that's okay. Like, my wife and I are like, you know what? This is life now. We needed a week to adjust, and like, this is going to be good for us. My time is going to be incredibly structured from here on out. Like, at least for the foreseeable future, while my kids are in gymnastics and then soccer and then scouts. So we have a lot as a family. But yes, so in case you guys missed it, the Toy Daddies, we had a blast. Thanks to Toying Around for inviting us on his stream this past Thursday. And that was, I laughed so hard And it was not, it was just genuine, like, because it was cathartic. Part of it was absolutely just, I needed the bro time with friends, and it was awesome. So if you want to go check out, again, toying around, go, he's killing it, amazing stuff. He's cranking out content right now. It's really nice to see, because I know I've been kind of trying to up the amount of things. I had scaled back for end of August and September, just to kind of get life together, because I was hitting that daily with the shorts, and I love making them. That's the whole thing. But yeah, so it's just nice to see, like, as someone who also, like, just seeing buddies, like, so touring around doing big things. J Shot, or man, guys, if you don't know J Shot, again, he and Machu have Between Two Sentinels, but then they both have their channels, and J Shot's been putting out a lot of great stuff right now. And then yeah, so it's just great. I love it. I love seeing friends do, not only their work, because I love their work, I love them, but seeing that effort be rewarded. So that's all. Nice stuff. Hi, Doombot. What's going on, man? Happy Sunday. Thanks for being here. Jamie Lynn's saying, I don't know. I thought Touch Grass. Oh, Touch Grass. That's the one. Yeah. It could very well be. I mean, let's be honest. There's the kids these days are straight up wearing clothing styles that I was like, I went to school with in the mid-90s. Like, that's what we're back to. So everything is cyclical. So I'm sure there's nothing. I'm sure it's not like a super original one, to be honest. Cal the Collector, what's going on, man? And thank you, sir. This is our current reigning, defending, undisputed Citizen of the Month of Yambonia. How you doing, Cal? Remember, guys, I'm going to. So again, I appreciate you so much for those of you that have taken that extra last little jump of support to join Yambonia. So I need my next state of Yambonia address. We're halfway through this month. I'm gonna let this ride so I can give Cal that awesomeness of a reign, and then we will start with, again, I think October, the October Citizen of the Month. I'll do it right, boom, at the start. So this way, the title matches the month that we're in. I think that also helped me with my own timing. So plan on that. We got the new oldest friend. Yes, that's what I've been hearing. So that's great that you also, yes, are giving me that. Keep that expectation going. I love it. I'm not sure. I'm gonna pretend he's in his 40s, but he doesn't have nearly as many grays. I trimmed this down earlier. But you know how this can get very, very white and gray. So maybe he is in his late 30s. Jerk. Yes, Jamie Parks. That was actually another book I borrowed from the library. The Spider-Man life story was. I just got this silly little goosebumps, but yeah, it's incredible because it also covered a lot of stuff that I wasn't actively reading. So it's like the fact that it addressed, I think, within there, the Clone Saga, and there were things that I hadn't done my own deep dives into that I was like, oh, that makes sense now, like knowing aspects of the lore, but to get to see like a nice bite-sized version of it. So yeah, absolutely fantastic. I also read that I don't know if I finished it. They have a Captain America one too, if I'm not mistaken. And I love that too. I don't know. Did I not finish it? Or was it in, or was it was in Spider-Man Life Story. It even touched on like Captain America and during the Vietnam War, I think. That was really interesting to show Cap and his idealism as opposed to just blind allegiance, That's great. Keep those kids busy on positive stuff. That's what I'm saying, Ray. So yeah, let's get back real quick. I wanted to make sure I said hi to everybody first. So yes, Saturday morning, double header of soccer games. Awesome. And then my brother-in-law and his family were here, so we got cousin time. My sister stopped by with one of my nieces. Like, it was just so great. Like, I was playing soccer in the backyard with them. I have to still mow my grass, but it's just trying to stay on top of everything. But we played soccer in the backyard. We were playing video games. My son has been off of video games lately as a consequence. But when the cousins are over, I have such a hard time because he's a good kid. Like it's just so he got to play Marvel versus Capcom. I was like, listen, buddy, I got this pile of loot, this box of toys, and I know he already likes playing with my Jada stuff, and he loves the effects and all the Hadoukens and all the things. So I was just like, man, yeah, like let's see if your cousin Mikey will play. And then I was playing, but then he just loves it. And it's so cool that this is after slowly introducing stuff to him, like he was playing the game. Now I will also say I have that Switch Capcom collection, and they make it really nice where you can have the special moves mapped to the top trigger buttons. So like being able to pull off combos, like that's so much, but he's having a blast. He's 6. So like I was never great at the combos myself. So I also appreciate the ease of use of the triggers. But yeah, it was so nice. It was so great. And today we were selling popcorn for the Cub Scouts, so it was a fundraiser. So we were out in front of our local out sporting goods store, and it was just a lot of fun. We got to see some friends, and again, more kids playing with their friends in the backyard. It was just nice. It was really nice. So there we go. Like I said, focus on the positive stuff. Record-breaking citizen of the month. I love that you get involved. Hey, I was not after I was not going to ever cut short a reigns. So I'd rather have Josh Brown and Cal the Collector have extended reigns. And again, this is just a fun little thing. I love you guys. So you hear me say it every state of Yambonia, but it's true. Yeah, I highly recommend. Like I'm with you. Go check out again, guys. Go to your library or just try to visit a local comic shop and pick it up. It's amazing. We have Sath Amateur in the house. What's going on, man? Happy Sunday. And RMD said, I just got in my College Gate Legends football figure. Ooh. So these are by Savage Crucible, or no, Harvinger Studios, which makes Savage Crucible figures. And I have, I've loved seeing the growth of, I think all 4 of my figures, you've heard me talk about them before, but the 4 that I have are all great. And this is kind of going to get into the theme of even today with our reuse here. But each version has been good, but each version has also improved upon itself immensely. So like when I got that Warrior Ball and Chain, it's fantastic, spectacular, all of the words I love to use. So this collegiate for Legends football, it is incredibly tempting. I did not go to a football school. That's the one aspect of college that I missed out. So I was college basketball. I went to Seton Hall. So when I was there, they had just had a Sweet 16 appearance. They had a great recruiting class. It didn't really pan out that we were making NCAA tournaments in my years there, but it was still like I was in the pep band. Like it was basketball. We were a basketball school. So I missed that piece. But I love football. Well, I love watching the NFL when I get to see it, which is rare. I fantasy football, I'm getting creamed again. I'm going to start 0-2. But yeah, I am very interested. I just wouldn't know which school to get. Like probably Rutgers. So are they making a Rutgers figure? Like that would be the school because that's our big football school, I think, in New Jersey. But Rutgers and Seton Hall had a really, really fiery rivalry back in the day and probably still do. But that's just, I don't know. That was in basketball. I feel like this is, you know what? All right. I don't know if any fellow Pirates are out there and don't get mad at me, but whenever I'd play Madden and make my character, I'd have to put Rutgers as my local. That was my school. That's what I graduated, even though because there wasn't an option. I had to. Let's see. Josh Brown. I'm just waiting for the Citizen to come back around now. That's when that starts. I have other ideas, or it'll challenge me to be a little bit more creative. The trigger to mash all the buttons in MVC. You are correct. If they give me a Louisville Cardinal, I'm in. Nice. We have Allison Troy, the Retro Toy Princess. Thank you for being here this evening. Happy Sunday. And aren't you through doing mascots? Oh, someone is. You're right. Someone is doing mascots. Those are that's a fun. Is it them? Is it the collegiate line doing it? Um Man, I would love certain one. Yeah, I like that would be a fun action figure line. And I know I've seen that too, right? What's going on, Grumps? How are you? Again, with the title of Citizen of the Month. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's what we figured out with Chewy. That Cal the Collector is the current Citizen of the Month, and everybody else is a Citizen of the Month. So there you go, Grumps. No worries, man. No, that is 9 p.m. is Toy Pick. You know, that's our Monday start time. Sundays, if anything, tonight is going to be, nothing super long and crazy. Just because as I was getting into scheduling, it's every week. I just don't want to repeat myself, guys. Woo! I used to love watching Louisville stomp Cena Hall in the Big East. We got Rowdy Riles in the house. How are you? Thanks for being here. And RMD says, yes, the collegiate legend lines. Oh, they are the ones doing mascots. All right. You are in the Hall of Fame. Of course you are, Grumps. So Savage Crucible, collegiate stuff. Oh, yeah. So going back to RMD, man, when was it? I think it was in the wintertime, somewhere in December to March. There was a Preternia post about the canceled baseball starting lineup figures. This is going back to RMD's comment about, sports figures. And I immediately jumped on. He was able to, in his post, I remember him saying he got these prototypes, they're unpainted or just blank, no logos, and fully articulated, missing like a head. I think that's what it was, stuff like that. So a couple, but he got them cheap. But then here I go. As soon as I see it, I was like, I need these. I'm like, oh man. I go to look, and then eBay. I'm like watching. I'm like, all right, I'll try to win a couple or win one, and they all shot up to, I don't know. It was well past 80, but like I was willing to pay like 20. Like for an unpainted one. I get that it's gonna be a thing. So that's where I tapped out. I didn't end up getting them. But my goodness, I wanted those baseball figures so badly. The starting lineup ones would have been really amazing. And that's not any fault of our own as a community, because they jumped out at that $50 price point. That was $50 then. That was years before Max Spidey outrage. And yeah, that was sadly doomed to fail right off the bat. And it wasn't for anything other than licensing, and that stinks. It's just, again, a lot of people trying to get their piece and try to get those pieces out of us. And we had said no. So it's just a bummer, because I would have loved to see the baseball stuff. But yeah, they made some questionable business decisions at that line. But it is neat that we are going to now get this line from Harbinger Studios. So I am curious. I might end up doing that at some point. But that's, I guess, going to kind of get into our main event for this evening. So here we go, guys. Like, I very rarely do like haul videos, but that pile of loot box, and again, not that you may have seen it, but I did post like a opening up my big bad box, which I'm not an affiliate. I paid for every single one of them, just as an FYI. Like, it's probably the last one of those that I'm going to get for a long while. Let's just probably assume that. So I wanted to have some fun with it and really like maximize, like, because it was so neat. It was so neat to like first crack open. I went, oh, it is like, I mean, on one hand, it's like, oh man, there's a lot of toys, but they were all purchased over a long stretch of time. I'm not worried about it. So the guys, I took out the Marvel Capcom stuff. So we have the Storm Arena. I have the Ken. I'm going to keep him in box for tonight, just because we're going to get a sense of really the articulation. Yeah, you knew all these guys were coming in, because I've been like drooling and waiting over them. But there's the Vega. Oh man. And I love, it's Rebel 10 Customs that does the sash, right? Is it Rebel 10? Like, it's so neat that people that we've heard these names and making community stuff for us, you know, or now, like, I think of, like, you know, Rebel 10, I think of C. Jessam. Like, obviously, they've been doing great stuff for Mythics forever, but, you know, everybody had to start somewhere, and that's what's so cool. Marrow. So this was another one I backtracked, and Big Bad was the only spot that had her for retail or whatever their retail. If it was an extra $1 too, I can't remember, but it was basically retail. And so yeah, so I'm excited for her. And oh my, like, this is where Jada is. Like, I do have a whole big kind of point to ramble on this evening about this, because never change, Jada. Like, honestly, please never change. These are both the same price, aren't right? Or was this a little bit more, or is this the same? I think retail wise, aren't these the same price? Like, I just was showing the massive, and I know you guys have seen these, you know, Sagat's been out forever, but like, to actually see this in hand, it's freaking awesome. And even if it is a little bit higher, like, is it? I don't even, I think these are retail. I think these are the same price. Am I right? Let's see. So guys, let me know. I'm just like, I'm blown away. So Jada always will have my heart. Jada has my heart when it comes to action figures. Oh, he was 30. Okay. Thanks, Ray. All right. But so was this like 25? Like, again, the original pre-tariff prices, like when they were dropping. So was this 25, right? And then this was 30? Okay. Holy mackerel. Like, honestly, I think that everything that Jada, all the compliments that they get are so warranted. And yeah, when you talk to somebody like June at a con, like, he loves his stuff, man, and he's a good dude. He's a really good dude. And it's just nice to see. So, ooh, the Machu toy, restart the show. I'm gonna bet Machu was the first. He's the reason I knew I was gonna love these guys out of the gate, because when I went to Comic-Con, to the Migos house to hang out for a little bit, he had his, and I just messed with it for a little bit, and then I was like, okay, I can't wait. I also didn't want to sweat and manhand Machu's toy too much. Let's see, RJ, will you be picking up the Jada Alpha 3 Street Fighter fix also, or sticking to Storm Rider, or both? That's where we're getting into. Okay. So I think what I would like to do, and we'll do this if this is a cool, like, again, I could talk about these figures in this video game like all day. I just love it so much. So I'm kind of thinking, when I get my remaining, the Juggernaut, Shurm Garath, right? Am I saying that right? Are those my last? No, and then my Wolverine Silver Samurai. So I think those are my remaining ones. But my point is, I would like to then really have a stream with everything. Everything at my feet, all the different ones, and really take a look at certain art styles from the game, because there are going to be some versions. I think it's going to have to be a picking and choosing situation. I think that's just the reality. You know, like, I'm not going to get all of these, but somebody like Ken and Ryu, I already have 2 Ryus, I already have 2 Kens, and now I got these as well. So, like, certain characters I'm going to be totally down for. But we're going to have to do that deep dive. Right now, I just wanted to focus on these guys, but then we'll look. I just the artwork, the art style. Like, Machu was the one that was basically, and then Cheney too. Cheney 180 was like, this is the game. Like, if you are, I know you're so excited and you have this, and we love Jada, but like, this Alpha 3, that's the art style that you're gonna want, and they were absolutely right. We got KJ Smith in the house. Happy Sunday, KJ. Let's see. Yeah, dude, it's happening. It's happening. And I do have 65 Spider-Man. I know. And that's why I have to I also have 65 Wolverines and Batmans, but that's why I don't mind, certain characters, yeah, will get the double dip out of me, but we'll do like a whole artwork matchup. For now, let's just dive into this. Did I forget? Ah, darn it. Okay. I left Ryu. Maybe I'll have to crack open Ken. I'm such a dummy. All right, I left all of his stuff upstairs. Oh wow, yeah. We'll get the Rhea we'll get Ken out. So first and foremost, from an art direction, I now realize that like this Ryu is gonna end up on my like Smash Brothers shelf. I don't have one currently, but that's another. Again, I have such a deep love of these video games I grew up on, and when I see fun versions, and I'm thinking it doesn't even have to be our super articulated stuff. Like I still really like the Jack specific Mario movie figures, like with the moving on, and not that the eyes moved, but they look like they moved. They were a lot of fun for what they were, and like that's my Mario now. And I bought an Android one, and it's cute and everything. But it's like if I'm gonna use Mario in a Smash Brothers picture, it's gonna be that Jack specific movie fig. So yeah, this Ryu is gonna basically have to be in that for my head canon, because it's that style. I also look at this guy as the veteran, the older veteran. This is young blood. This is like when Ryu's on the come up. And now this is like when he's a little bit older and grizzled and in his like trainer mode. That's why he's a little shorter, right? We all shrink a little bit as we get older. So maybe that's what I'm gonna tell myself. Now the biggest thing on the Ryu figure that I've never been crazy about is the way he looks in the gi, which is unfortunate because that's his look. But I always just thought something about it that was a little off or made him, and I figured it out because Storm nailed it. And like a little puffy in the midsection. So that's all. I just always was never super crazy about it. And now you're not, of course, going to see this on Ryu because I don't have his gi on, but they actually cut in like here. So when I get Ken out, I'll show you, but there's not that looseness. It actually is cut to his body. So Storm really did factor that in, and it is a more form-fitting gi on the Storm Ryu, which I love. Let's see. Get rid of some of my Spider-Man. Oh, get the pieces? All right, I really could. Let's see. I posted a Marvel Capcom shot. I used the Jada Storm Select and the Marvel Legends for the photo. Nice. I think the Storm fit better with the Marvel Legends. Ooh, bad posture, Roy. Yeah, exactly. It's a bad. I have to focus on that too. Hey, as I start to sweat, but I do this. If I feel like instead of just like doing this with your shoulders, which hurts and is miserable, if you put your head here, your hands in the back of your head, push back, and then turn, and then just drop your hands. That actually is like the best posture, which I don't always have because I'm like, oh yeah. But it's a more like it's a less aggravating and annoying way of doing it than just running your shoulders back. Anyway, there you go. Hopefully that helps. I do use that. Maybe I will go right up and get the gi and stuff, or I'll just crack open. Let me just get Ken going. The purpose of the shirt off was really not to just celebrate all this plastic meat, but to but to show how the articulation system works. And here's the big thing. I'm gonna get to the big point. Like I titled this episode, "Two Things Can Both Be True." Both of these figures are amazing. And I think it's just as something as simple as understanding. And this is, it's part of like the whole emotional intelligence that I've been trying. I know it sounds so silly, but it's about toys, but you can apply it to all things in life. But just having that understanding that you can have two, a variety of emotions at once, just like Inside Out 2 taught us. And the fact that the presence of this Storm figure does not diminish what Jada has done with their Street Fighter line. I think that's what the big thing I'm trying to get at. And again, it's an action figure conversation, but yeah, they're both amazing. They both can be true. They both can be true. Now, some of my favorite figures to mess with, like when I'm gonna put these guys, so like Max Spidey, which is he's behind me somewhere, but Max Spidey, is to me like what the absolute best in terms of the fun articulation scheme and dynamic posing you can get out of a Marvel Legends. But that's not consistently what they're always doing, even though I do think that they've made great strides over the last year. Jada comes along with these guys and is obviously just, they're so much fun. I'm so happy they got the Invincible license. Like, this is all I've wanted. They are spectacular. If Jada were to ever get a Marvel or DC license, that would be amazing. It would be amazing. I wouldn't be so hyped for that. Then Storm comes along. You get the squishy chest piece right here. And then this is just some of the smoothest, but also most firm posing, like just the feeling of actually posing around. You get this ridiculous range of motion. You can actually hit the correct Hadouken from the front that this Ryu, bless his heart, struggles to get. Like, I have to kind of fake it a little bit. And then you get this articulation scheme of the lower ab on a ball. Like, look at this. It's, oh no, I lost a hand. But this is the articulation scheme, and it's the best thing ever. Like, it's everything I want out of action figures. Now, that's me. That's how I like to enjoy them. You also get the freaking drop down. This figure, this is a feat of engineering. This is everything I have come to love, and out of all of the toys, like that I like what do I like most out of toys? Obviously the characters. I love my good accessories, but I need to have that fun posing, and I love dynamic posing or the ability to get it. And my goodness. So then this is terrible with the missing hands. He's over the, oh my God. I can't say enough how everything everybody has said about this figure is true. It is a feat of everything. It is a feat of everything, even down to price. So now here's my new dilemma mentally. And this is a big thing for all of us in this continued conversation of collecting in this fluctuating, economy and price points and all of the things. Like, we have to, like, I always want to, as much as I joke about, fiscal irresponsibility when it comes to toy buying, like, we do have to all collectively be smarter about, what we're spending our money on. Again, the fact that money spent is voting with our dollar. So that means we are going to be dictating the future of a lot of the things that we're able to get. When Max Spidey dropped, I said, I asked you guys a question, and it's to the community of, like, what do we do? Like, we need to collectively, like, what is the message that we would like to send? Guys, this to me this is peak. Like what these two companies are able to accomplish is peak action figure engineering. And if they can do this with a like Street Fighter is a very popular line, why can we not get Marvel and DC characters like this? Like I think this is now like we shouldn't accept anything less than this type of quality out of stuff. I know it's not going to be. I know that's a far stretch. I don't know. Again, I'm just talking out loud. I want us to figure this out together. But like, if you guys feel that way, like, for those of you that do have this Ryu in hand, or if you've just been a fan of Jada, like the fact that they've been able to give us so much value and awesomeness at certain price points, like, what's holding back us forcing the hand of like some of that? I don't know. I guess I'm just, again, throwing it out there. I want every character I love on like these kind of situations, and then like I said, lumping in like a Maximum Spidey, that engineering are like some of my favorites. So let's see what everybody's saying here. Here we go. Next week, it was just my little, I'm always, what's a teacher? Always a teacher, right? I can't not. It was a thing. I know, I'm a goofball, which some channels are doing already. Came back in the house. What's going on, man? Happy Sunday. It's true. That is something that I did notice with these hands. It's not just my hand. I mean, I'm sure it is my ham-handedness, but the hands will kind of pop off on me here and there. Nothing super crazy because they are soft. I love it. I would not trade it for anything. But occasionally, yeah, it will on me. Why does everything have to be a dilemma? I know. I don't mean like it's not that serious. I'm not like sweating about it. I'm just. How do you feel the new Marvel Legends pricing? Well, that's what I meant. Like Macho, that's what I mean by it's not a dilemma. It's just we all have like what we can, our resources to our hobby. So I just mean, like it's part of this whole conversation of helping us. This is my journey, my collecting journey, and I know that between what I have, what needs to go, what I'm able to bring in, and also what I want to spend my money on. Like, that's all. It's just knowing that. That's all. Jeez Louise, Machu. Cal, it stinks. It stinks. This is what I mean about like I get it. It's a business. They also are paying like that Marvel Disney licensing fee for the figures. So like, I don't know the ins and outs, but I feel like it does have to start at the top. Like, I don't know anyone from Storm, but like I said, I've talked to June and he's every conversation with him. And I've never had like an on-screen one. I just like shooting the poop with him about toys and what they're doing and what he's doing. It would just be nice. I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like I guess as a smaller company, maybe they're it's a smaller profitable cut for these purchases. Again, that's the business side of things. I don't know. I'm just I think it's just proposing the fact that like this is exceptional value of what you're getting out of both of these toy companies. And like, how can we in our nice way try to move the needle to have, like we were saying, like Max Spidey type engineering coming out on more characters. They're doing updates to things. Yeah, but it's not across. It's not like all right, the female bucks, for instance. The Black Widow buck is not used on every single one. That's like why. Something like that. That should just be a consistent thing now. Like they've achieved certain levels, at least Hasbro, wise. So do more that type of stuff. I don't know. I guess it just always comes down to our dollar. So, Cal, to answer your question again, it just means that I have to. I know it might be a couple of bucks, but each one then adds up. So once again, it's just continuing. I've already been practicing and doing a good job of telling myself no with certain ones. Cutting. Just cherry picking. Again, it's cherry picking. Because Marvel and Hasbro, or Marvel and DC use Hasbro and Mattel. Yeah, I know. I know I'm just proposing these questions. We know the answer. It's just frustrating. Because this is so good. Like, these are so amazing. I want everything. I want them in everything. I don't know. Should be me in a week or so. Nice. We got NYC Figure Fanatic. It really is. The price of those figures are badass. I know. They're incredible. So let's get Ken out. All right. I'm happy to do, because I did the Ryu. I actually, like, right before the stream went up, I posted a short, just always trying to find new ways of doing. I have fun filming. I love coming up with different. So like right now I'm finding new angles and then like transitions to try to use to show you an unboxing. Not just do the norm. Like I like challenging myself. So yes, I guess we won't need to necessarily do another Ken, or maybe, I don't know. It won't be a full unboxing, that's for sure. So again, box is great. Love it. The artwork, spectacular. Absolutely understand why I need this. Even the inside, I love that. That's such a wonderful thing when you got the good inside box art. All right, they have a very unique and interesting stand, which I would like to show you guys because, again, I had one. I had the. I swear, guys, I'm telling you right now, I am so fully embarrassed of how I've let this basement, what it turned into at this moment. But I think I'm gonna run it past my wife. I do want to do just like, hey. This is the mess I made. Let's clean it up. If you would want to see that. Oh my goodness. Yeah. On a side note. All right. So, and you guys can help me out there for anybody that does have it. I swapped out. Like, I'm not sure if this plastic one is just like it's legit. So it squeezes down in to there, but then they also give you this metal one. So like I am instantly with Ryu. I put the metal one on right away. Is that what everyone's doing? Is that like, is the plastic just like a stopgap, or? But I'm kind of into this. I'll have to see how I can hide it with a camera or with posing. But that's the stand that it does come with that can go up and down. It's got some nice angles. Like, this is very cool. This is a very interesting combination of, I guess, their own little thing here. And then this kind of reminds me of the Hasbro flight stands. Either way, that in itself is a nice value. Oh boy, it's just so good. All right, so Ken. Yeah, buddy. So there's handsome Ken here. Here we go. Come on, Kenny. There's the head sculpt. Let's get Ken out. And then you'll be able to, like I said, I wanted to show you that stomach comparison. All right, punching effect. And then Ken does come with an extra set of hands. I think we all knew that, but that's because they threw in the peace sign. But what was nice is that they give you the Hadouken hands, and then they also give you this little posing hand too. Which is also nice. So Ken does get extra hands that Ryu does not. All right. More boxes out of the way. All right. Oh my God, he's so good. So the hair is great because it's okay. That popped off behind the diode and on the floor behind the computer. Okay. So now I have a Ryu. Okay. I just can't forget these things. All right, let me focus on. Let me get this conversation piece about the gi out of the way. Okay, because I really did want to show you that what I meant, because it always bothered me. Like, why did this version look just a little bit chunkier, but it's molded inside, like it where it cuts in, and that's the difference right there. I don't know if you can kind of see that shadow right there. So it's molded to be so form fitting, where this one has the little puffiness right there. So that's all. I'm not trying to give Ryu a weight complex whatsoever. He looks great. You look great, buddy. It's just that gi looks better. Like this design of the Storm gi, I just love this look just over the other one. That's all. It's just a small little thing. Um, all right, let's see. I think you use the metal one to hold up the box insert. Ooh. All right, I'll have to mess around with that. All right, let me scroll up. Ooh, I missed some stuff. I missed some stuff here. Here we go. My bad. If we didn't have shitty toys, we wouldn't alter what Jaden Storm has done. That is very true. Well, this is everything, right? This is why we have the whole idea of light and darkness, the yin and yang, and all of the things, right? It's the whole irony of immortality, right? If you don't know our lives are finite, then you can't appreciate the time we have, right? It's that whole the irony of being a vampire, for instance. So I agree. No, you're right, Machu. Obviously, you're right. I mean, that's a good point. I think, yeah, but all of those other whatever toys, those little disappointments, I think that's what's a really cool takeaway. If you think about it like that, if you frame it in the Machu way of like, hey, we've dealt with anytime you've had that toy disappointment, it's led up to like what these companies are doing. Because I was thinking about it too, even like third party stuff, the bucks that are coming out, the Atom Bodies and the V Toys and all these other, like what Mezco has currently cooking under their soft goods, are really amazing. And I just think that, yeah, like it's nice to see. And I think that, yeah, like I do think more of an industry standard should start to formulate, but maybe, I don't know, maybe not. We can't have everything homogenized. That would be awful. That would be bad. So, and everybody has different tastes. I just am so blown away. I would love to see not just these, but I would love to see them ever, one day get a crack at top level names in comic books, or they could just keep scooping up licenses from the video game world. I would buy every video game character that they would want to throw at us, let's see. Go get the accessories. No, I didn't mind. I didn't opening Ken up. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, looking for the silver lining. 3 cheers. By the way, that's global icon and national treasure Diggs Figs of highly posable. How you doing, you handsome son of a gun? Let's see. Too bad I spent so much money on it. I know. Well, we all have. And remember, I'm never going to be here to like. I have so many other things. It's not just articulate. Like this is. It just kind of everything from me and obviously many of you guys out there, because we have similar styles and what we look for. Like it's so good. But all of these other toys exist because everybody values different things. So, same deal with like on toying around, I unboxed the Super Turtle. And he gets less articulation than the original Mirage 4-pack, which I loved, and that was my go-to fun posing turtle set. And that's a little bit less, but I value this guy for other reasons, over. So that's the come here taunt. Okay. Let's see, moving on. Diabolical. Let's see, you're out here fighting these figures. Calm down. It's just a toy. I know. My poor guys. Local Lou, what's going on, man? How you doing? We got RG. Happy Sunday evening. Oh my goodness. Okay, so what else with Ken? What can I show over here? This once again. Let's you know what? I have a shirtless Ryu. All right, here's my Street Fighter bucket. I love that I'm gonna be able to use these various effects. I'm sure, you know, and things as well. You know, like the signs. There it is, the broken sign, all of that good stuff. Ooh, here's my Ken to compare him to. And I do have my shirtless boys. So my evil Ryu and violent Ken, I keep them like I took their gis off. I don't know why. Like they're to me the bad, you know, like they're like the bad versions, so they would hang out with M. Bison. This is all in my head canon. There was one day I was setting up all these toys on my kitchen table with my son, and we were going through, and that's kind of what I did. I like lumped them in as part of the M. Bison evil squad. So but no, it does. I also like taking these off because it gives you all of the range and etc. You know, to get that funness out of the Jada stuff. So yeah, let's look at these situations here. We got a situation. All right, come on, Ken. There we go. Get those feet going. Okay, there's Ken, shirtless Ken, and shirtless Ryu. So yeah, I think right off the bat you can see that difference. And look at how beautiful like they snuck in that ab crunch. It is something else, man, because look, you get the ball rotation and torso and then the extended torso. And it's so well hidden. Compare this to what they did, because these are toys and these are action figures, and this is a fair, I think this is like a fair comparison to the basketball Gambit, which I bought. For the record, I have that basketball Gambit coming, but look at how they were able to do that compared to like that Gambit figure, which I know is a starting lineup. I know all of the things, but it's so rad. It's just so rad. Man. All right. Let's see. RG says, I still haven't sent my pile of loot yet. Ken and Ryu are in there. Yeah, buddy. I'm just hoping the Revel Tech figs drop in there soon and I'll ship. That was also super tempting. I hadn't realized that. I think that Toy Father told me about that Ryu that's coming out. And then I saw him, and yeah, he's got the beard. He looks great as well. I think that's finally where I hit my, yeah, I don't know. For myself, it looks awesome. I'm probably gonna see stuff that you end up doing, and I'm gonna kick myself. I'm very torn on that one, but for right now, oh man, we'll see. We'll have to see. Let's see. Yimbo knows all of the things. Yimbo know nothing. Yimbo's not. You know nothing. Yimbo's not. I know nothing. Yeah, let's take a look at that Ryu real quick. Is it so? You said it's on Big Bad, huh? Just to look at it again. Ryu. Oh boy, is he in stock? I did not realize he was in stock. Well, this is gonna stop me from like getting him right away, only because I just shipped that. So I kind of had to build up this pile again, but this is certainly interesting. Wait, this is not, which one is this? This is, oh, it's Storm. Wait, this is the wrong one. Where I was thinking of, this is the one. Okay. Is this the one you're talking about, Art? Right? The Revel Tech? It's all about the Revel Tech Chung Lee injury. Okay. So yeah, this is the one. Okay. He looks amazing. I like the beard. Yeah, this is one of those where I would, the past me would have, current me who is hit with, you heard how many things my kids are doing, that my children have cut into my toy purchasing budget. So yeah, it is tempting. I have time. December. I have till December. All right. I don't think it's gonna, I don't think it'll sell out. At least through Big Bad, I think it'll be there. Local Lou saying Circle Collectors are always articulate. I'm glad they sized down. Dude, it is everything. It is everything. I can't believe it. I wish Store Collectibles did the TMNT from Injustice 2. Dude, Lou, that would be that's next level. That would be really awesome. Man, turtle-wise, right now, I'm still just biding my time until that Medi Toys drops. I only have Leo coming to me at the moment. I need to see how that is and see if that's do I need the rest of that team? A Medi Toy. Come on, Medi. Come on, Medi Toys. Let's see. Oh, the collegiate. There we go. Talk about those collegiate figures. 86 reviews. The Revo Chun-Li is very fun to handle. Looking forward to Ryu and Yuri too. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for being here. 86 reviews. Man, yeah, that's the head sculpts. Look at that. Look at those head sculpts. That's really great. Although, if you're okay with the side, I'm assuming these are not going to be movable eyes. However, Revoltech, that's in their wheelhouse. I wonder if it says anything about that. Let's see. 3 head parts. It doesn't say anything about. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about the eyes, but. Well, I'm excited. I mean, everybody that does already have that comment, I am fired up for you. Ooh, we got Chewy in the house. What's going on, Chewy? How you doing, man? Over on the Toy Pick community last night, No Chewing did a build of the Optimus Prime with the jetpack wings. I still have to build mine. I haven't till I still got some time in this little window, I think. But no, I have mine to build. I just knew that I was gonna have to soak some time into that. So yeah, that'll be something I work on over the week, I think. Archie said the Chun-Li pick sold me, but Mr. Lee vid was the nail in the coffin. No, dude, Mr. Lee, he got me on, he's been cranking out some really, really fun and creative stuff. Yeah, like that, even just his Revoltech using the Titan and then showing, because he did the one Titan that was all scarred up. He did that with Deadpool, and that was a really creative kit bash. And then he just used that other updated one. He's so ripped. But going through that, like he did the Spider-Man picture. It's really cool. Chew and I were talking about that quite a bit. Is it worth picking up, $100 toy to kit bash? Maybe that'll be our talking point tomorrow. Over on the Toy Pick community. What do you think, Chewy? I think that could be a good community discussion. Darth Primus, thanks for being here, man. Happy Sunday. And 86 said, always good to catch you live. Thank you. Totally off topic, but has anyone ever told you look like John Hamm? I don't get John Hamm. I usually get CM Punk. And then there's a plethora of action figures that I will get. But CM Punk is usually the one I get the most. But John Hamm, all right. I haven't seen John Hamm with a beard. I'm sure he's had one, but I'm thinking about projects he's been in. I really like the Apple TV show that he was on. My wife and I crushed that. So just as a, it is Yimbo Reviews Everything. Neighbors and Friends or something like that. Good Neighbors and Friends. It's a really good show. Whatever. It's Apple TV, John Hamm. Highly recommended on my ends. Archie, Flirty will get you some. I appreciate it. But yes, that's true. Compliments will get you everywhere. I love that joke. Speaking of shows, so this is, first of all, let's wrap this up, guys. The storm, and let's just one more time go to the big point. We win when companies are vying for our dollar and they are competing and pushing each other to be their best. That is what the premise and promise of capitalism is, right? So I always go back to thinking of Madden versus 2K football and those games just pushing each other into what we have with Madden now. It's the fact that, once again, there is no winner or loser. There is only a winner, and it is us for being able to have these options. And that's just the big smiling, enjoy your freaking toys, guys. These are so rock solid and awesome. A blast. Like, these are going to be my pocket figures all week. Just Ken and Ryu. I'm just going to have them with me. They're amazing. They're hand candy. And I love my Jada. And that's the thing. And I love my Jada toys. So, all right, quick. So how would you like us, like whether it's me or with the Toy Daddies, but how should we do conversations about shows? I'm like, because I'm very big into, 24-hour spoiler, 48-hour, giving people a chance, because Lord knows, I can't always watch the latest thing. But I really would like to talk about Peacemaker with you guys. Is that something that you'd want to see? Like, would that be like a nice midweek? Like, if it was a spoiler cast, like a specific conversation? Because I'd love to do it, start digging into that show. In terms of a recommendation, I do think you should be watching. It's a really fun and interesting superhero show. And it's going to definitely continue to build on, this James Gunn universe and Superman world and everything. Just so I'm excited. But how would you want to go about talking about it? Machu says, have you messed with the Gamerverse Wolverine yet? I have not. I'm waiting on that pack. Gigantor, what do they call it? The eye man. Shura Garath. I'm trying to get the name down, but then, yeah, not yet is my answer, sadly, because that's another one I can't wait for. We are living in our toy, looking at the toys. This is amazing what we have going on right now. So that's big. But yeah, let me know about conversations about that. I know I've also done a couple of MCU videos so far. So again, Prescribed Drone, thank you so much for you and others, but like you especially with those great comments. I again looking forward to talking about the Phase 4 one with you. I have an idea. So either I think I want to do one more video on the MCU that leads into a cross stream with the Toy Daddies and the Sentinels. So yeah, that's coming up. So there's that. But I'm just curious about, should I just make it a specific spoiler cast stream? We'll figure that out. But yeah, can't wait for Wolverine. And that's it, guys. I think we're good. This has been so much fun. I have all these toys to open. I think but for now, I have another big week coming up. But it's going to be a good week because we're here, we're alive, we have things that we can enjoy, we have each other to lean on. And I can't stress it enough. Thank you for being here, because I need this toy talking time just as much as the next person. I love this. I love getting to do this. So you guys are awesome. So thank you so much. Oh, you son of a gun. No, I have to go to the bathroom, man. This is I love it, Chewy. I would rather yeah. I gotta get to bed. My goodness. So no, I know. You're the Chewy, I love you. I love you so much. Grumps, I love you as well, my friends. So tomorrow night, Toy Pick Community Top 10. You have a lot of good stuff to catch up on if you haven't. Again, whether it's over on the Toy Pick Community, if you missed our Toying Around appearance, you got the Sentinels on Wednesday. We're always killing it. You have J-Shot and Oh yeah, like baggy red pants. Like you have the Disney podcast, not only with Jay Shaw and Note Showing, Alan Rappa. So great guys talking about Disney stuff and just having good times. So thank you guys. You are amazing. RMD, appreciate you so much. All of you guys. I'm gonna have to. You guys are too much. I am not. You're not gonna bully me out of owning this flannel. I like that flannel. Because too much. Allison, thank you so very, very much again for being here, and I appreciate you all. I hope you have an excellent rest of your evening. I hope you have a great start to your week. Let's go get that lullaby going, and yeah, we're enjoying some really good Street Fighter toys. So have a good night, everybody. Peace.
Good night, my toy collectors, photographers, and more. We had some fun tonight, but we're out of pictures to explore. We thank you for your time. It was nothing but sublime. Though it's time to go to bed, don't be filled with dread, because next week we'll be right here. Your toy daddies will appear to bring you joy and laughter every night and here on after.